Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. It's 12 o'clock. It's time for a little lunchtime fun. I hope you guys are surviving the rain out there. It's just rain. Anyway, folks, check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show, folks. Every show is dedicated to the first responders. Thank you for everything you do. And I want to thank you people for tuning in every day at 12 o'clock or whenever you get a chance to watch the show on all 5 social media outlets. Tony Ocean Show Facebook page, the Mo Carraro Facebook page, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and the Ocean's Pit Facebook page. Whatever social media you're watching it on, thank you. And we do really appreciate you guys tuning in. It's a great day today. Today is Wednesday, the 26th of July. And the July just running. I mean, it's just flying past here so fast. I mean, 6 months from now, it's January again. We're going on the cruise. I mean, God, it's Christmas. I mean, there's just time just flies as it gets older. As you get older, I think it just flies even more and more. I don't know, but welcome to Ocean's Pit. We got a nice little show for you guys today. Let's talk about our great sponsors. We're talking about the number one, Ace Hardware. Ace Hardware Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, or Warrenville. Buy local, shop local. Ace is the place, folks. They got so many great deals going on. And folks, let's not forget right now to the end of the month, to July 31st, if you're looking for a brand new lawnmower, they got a great promo going. Purchase any new lawnmower and receive free assembly and delivery. That ends July 31st. 50% off a lot of outdoor patio furniture. Great way to save some money with Ace is the place. And don't forget, folks, also don't forget to tell them to grill your Ace off and get $20 off any grill purchase that's at your following Ace Hardware. Now, guys, let's get another special deal coming up Saturday, August 5th. Now, this is really cool. This is going to be at the Norwich location, which I really cool because Ace, what I like about them is mom and pop small establishments, folks. They like doing stuff that sometimes the big outlet stores don't. Here's what I love about Norwich Ace Hardware. Saturday, August 5th from 11 a.m. to 11:30, a good half hour. Norwich Ace Hardware will be hosting its first DIY class of patching drywall, hosted by our team member, Gary. Gary was a Chicago Painters District Council Union member for 38 years. The class will focus on properly patch drywall and tape drywall. No reservations needed. Simply stop by and head to the paint department. Saturday, August 5th, that's on Norwich Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local. That's Ace helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace. You got to love them, man. Always support mom and pop establishments because that's what it's all about. Really, it really is. That's what makes this world go around, folks. Speaking of another great mom and pop establishment, Gorelli Pavement Service. Gorelli knows your curb appeal for your home and business, largely affected by concrete and asphalt. They also do complete asphalt replacement for residential or commercial lots. They also do driveways. Call Laura or Barb for a free estimate for maintenance on your repair needs. They service Illinois, Wisconsin, and Indiana. That's Gorelli Pavement Service, servicing Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin. 815-271-5835. That's 815-271-5835. That's Gorelli Pavement Service. Tell them Tony O sent you. And we want to wish the brand new sponsor welcome to Ocean's Pit. That's right, folks. You're looking for doors? They got it. Chicago Door Ltd. Limited has been servicing Chicagoland and suburbs for over 40 years. They buy direct from the manufacturers. They deliver the highest quality products at the lowest possible price. Specializing in residential and commercial, exterior and interior doors, residential, garage doors, garage door operators, 24-hour emergency service. Call for a free estimate at 847-641-8552. Tell them Alan Tony O sent you. Senior discounts, or you can email them at chicagodoor01@gmail.com. Welcome our good friends from Chicago Door Ltd. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, Monday through Friday at noon. Tomorrow is 12 o'clock, so you know my lovely wife, Laura Ocean, will be joining us tomorrow. It's great now, folks. We talk about the cruise. The cruise is always going to be a good time. Any cruise you go on is going to be fun. I've been on many, and I'm sure most of you people might have been on some great cruises too. But this one coming up, 2024 Chicago Music Cruise. You can't beat it, folks. January 7th to January 14th, 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise for the Royal Caribbean's Wonders of the Sea. The biggest ship on the water, 4 football fields long, over about 25 to 26 different restaurants. This is an incredible ship, folks. Now, it's going to start off in Orlando, Florida, Coco Key, Bahamas, St. Martin, and St. Thomas. It's going to have Tony Ocean in the main event band. Danny Ramundi, Tony Toto, Jerry Jams will be joining us. Also, let's not forget my other rock band, the great Mojo's Jukebox, will be there. And then, of course, the king of them all, Seventh Heaven, Richie and the Boys, which been doing this cruise for many, many years. Go to chicagomusiccruise.com or go to Mary at ntdvacations.com to book your cruise. Tell them Tony O sent you. And 630-681-1725. Tell them Tony O sent you. Chicago Music Cruise 2024. All right, let's say hello to some lovely people in the house. Buddy, what's up, my brother? Kathy, thank you for your party last Sunday. It was fantastic. Kathy, hope you're doing well. Nina, good afternoon, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Thank you, Double T. Danny Nozak in the house. Ellie Weingart. What a great Ellie will be joining us on the cruise as well. She is a great actress, comedian. Of course, you've seen her in the movie A League of Her Own with Rosie O'Donnell and Madonna and Tom Hanks. She's a #1 Joan Rivers impersonator. She's fantastic. She'll be joining us. Joanne Lulo, how are you doing? Richard Hamlin, Albert from the Ron Onesti organization. Michael Sansone, Arizona's in the house. Hello, Packy and Peter Prado. Hey guys, today is a little fun. Now tonight we're going to keep the fun going because we'll be at Rosario's in Roselle with Double T, Tony Toto. Tomorrow we'll be at Pasta Mia in Bartlett, Girls Night Out. It's going to be there's a certain group of ladies selling jewelry, purses, all that stuff for you lovely ladies out there who love to do it. They call it Girls Night Out, half-priced bottles of wine. We're talking about Pasta Mia Bartlett outside patio tomorrow with Double T and Jerry Jams. Friday, the return of Rhino Ryan will be joining me at Chicago Prime Steakhouse at 8 o'clock. And Saturday and Sunday, we got a double whammy for you, folks. Ron Onesti's Club Arcana Speakeasy on Saturday night, July 29th. Yours truly, along with the great Tony Toto, Jerry Jams, Mike Restivo from Mojo's Jukebox, and Kristen Knievel, the granddaughter of Eva Knievel and the daughter of the late Robbie Knievel. She was with us last time in June. It was a big success. So we're having her back again this Saturday. Oshows.com is for tickets. And then Sunday, if you want to just lay back and have a delicious pasta meal, of course, Ron Onesti puts the best together on Rat Pack Sunday, me and Double T, Tony Toto, 4 o'clock showtime on the 30th of July. I hope you guys are doing well. And let's just get to some real quick again. My buddy Carlo Joseph is still recuperating, doing very well after his triple bypass heart. He's doing good. And of course, Mama D, folks, yesterday we got some great news that she was in ICU. And that's not the great news, but she was in ICU for the last week or two. And we want to thank everybody that's been sending prayers and texts and phone calls. We do really appreciate it. But yesterday, miraculously, they took her out of ICU. They took her out of ICU and put her to a floor that's a little lower. So that's fantastic. This morning she has a couple little stomach pains, but it's getting better. So let's just keep our prayers for Mama D. Mama D, I got a very brief chance to talk to her yesterday. They only let 2 people go in at a time. So, of course, my sister Natalie and my wife Laura are there all the time. So it's great news. Just got to keep it more positive. We just got to bring Mama D home. Mary, Kathy Eppolito, Mary Margaret, how are you doing, folks? All right, folks. Also, let's get to today is National Cheese and Wine Day. I'll take the cheese, don't care for the wine. I'm not a wine guy, guys. You would figure me being from Italian speaking with the heritage that I grew up, I'd be pounding wine like crazy. I think I tasted once my dad's wine that he had, and it was horrible. Like it was warm, and I was like, ugh. So I never got into it. I mean, I drink it every now and then. Dave and April's wedding, I had a glass. When I'm going to go out to my couple friends, sometimes I'll have it, But alcohol, strict, whiskey or vodka, that's my cup of tea. So if you're into that national cheese and wine, it's your day today. Also, prayer, good Peggy Prince. She is the mother of Tracy from Good Clean Fun. Yesterday, she had a little bit of a scare, and I guess she thought it might have been breast cancer, but of course, from the post this morning, it doesn't look like she has breast cancer. So keep the prayers for Peggy Prince out there. Okay. A lot of new music out there, folks. I don't care so much for the new music, and I guess you guys kind of know that. The new music that's out there, I couldn't tell you who's who. I'm still stuck in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. But Dolly Parton, I always liked her as a country because I like old country, as we all know that. Love that stuff, the Dolly Parton. She got a new rock and roll record out. And you can go online and see her version of We Are the Champions by Dolly Parton, that Queen's old big hit. So check it out, man. She, a lot of these older artists coming out, these country artists, people coming out, or they're just coming out with rock albums, rock tributes, and who's got the best? I mean, let's look, Dolly Parton doing it, and she's got the A-list of people joining her on this album. So it's going to be very cool. Ryan Lewis, what's up, buddy? Bill Kuda, what's up, buddy? Welcome. Paul Luca, my good buddy. How you doing, pal? Hope you're doing well. So it's going to be kind of cool to see. I mean, I heard bits of it of her doing We Are the Champions. And, God bless her, man. Got to take a chance. And she was put into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So even though some people kind of didn't like that she was, actually for a while, she didn't want to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But since she put the record out, now they put her in there. So God bless. I talked about this yesterday, folks. Losing a friend because they had no one to talk to. Remember one thing. Suicides or whatever it is. Patrice, how you doing? Kathy, I hope you're doing well. Ryan Lewis, I'll see you tonight, brother, my friend. Suicide, we talked about that yesterday. And I had two friends who committed suicide, and it's a horrible way. And like I said, even though your pain is gone, you leave the pain with all your loved ones. And if you've got friends out there that are, having a tough time, man, just reach out, talk to them. My door, like guys, you guys know me, who knows me, my door is open, my phone is always on. You want to call, please do, because I don't want anybody to have to go through that. And there's people that just have no one to reach out to. They're just alone. And you think they're on top of the world, the way they act, So it's a scary thing. So if you know anybody like that, you see signs of your friends going like that, everybody's going through some hard times, but call a friend and hopefully we can make things a little better. Buying groceries is starting to make me wanna. Wait a minute. Someone sent this in. Who was this? Jill. Jill from Lansing, Michigan. Buy groceries is starting to make me wonder what a pine cone tastes like. Folks, with the prices keep going up in September, it's going to happen again, another 9% hike. Going to be an interesting thing. I don't know, man. Prices of everything is going up. At 9%, they say, going up in September. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, folks. Yeah, buddy, Ryan, you can dance, you can sing, buddy. We'll have some fun tonight. No problem. And another thing that really gets the shit out of me, really irks me, and it probably irks you too, when they say, hey, guys, not my job. Not my job. Not my job. Not my job. Let me tell you something. That oozes arrogance and laziness. Try to help when your friends are in need. Oh, it's not my job, not in the contract, not this, not that. No, I know sometimes there are union jobs, certain things you can't do because you can't go against the union policy. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about other people that might need some help. If you want to find out who your real good friends are, a couple things. Top two, I say it all the time. 3 o'clock in the morning, you need to get bailed out of jail. Who comes and gets you? That's a true friend. But a real friend, to find out who a real true friend is, ladies and gentlemen, tell them that you're moving and can you help me out on a Saturday? Come to the house on Saturday and help me move. The people that show up to help you move, those are your good buddies. I guarantee you. That's a tough thing to get someone to actually come and help you move. But very, very cool. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show out of the way. And how are you doing, my dear? Hope you guys are doing well. Oh, yes. Okay. Make sure I get that bag. I got things I talked about on the show.
I gotta find a picture for the t-shirt lady.
Oh, okay. Now that could take. Actually, we're getting T-shirts made. I told you that ones we're going to have them done by the 18th of August for the Taylor Street Fest. Let's get some more sponsors, folks. Our good buddy Roy McCampbell, attorney at law, ladies and gentlemen. That's a statewide law practice that is client-focused and results-driven. That's Roy McCampbell, 708-275-4264. How about Laura Ocean Solutions, my wife's company? Increase profits or reducing credit card fees. You'll never have to shop again if you go with Laura Ocean Solutions. And my good buddy Sal from Deutsch Power Center, the Great Lakes servicing the construction and diesel industry in Chicago for the last 100 years. That's Deutsch Power Center, 224-276-6550. Don Esteban Cigars is rolling those hand-rolled cigars right for you. From Tarpon Springs, Florida, Javier will roll them and send them right to your home. Call them for the Tony Ocean special, 727-366-7536. And Trico Hair Experts, recreating great hair days out of Rosemont, Illinois. Try it out. Forget the sprays and the comb-overs and the caps. Get it done from Trico, 773-999-7888. Tell them Tony O sent ya. All right, folks. So a great day today, even though it's got some rain and, it's been getting crazy with the rain, but we need it. We need rain more than ever. So let's go. All right, let's get to some stories. Good afternoon, Dennis from Lake Geneva, Wisconsin is watching. Yeah, we'll have those T-shirts by August 18th at the Taylor Street Italian Fest. We'll be there, 8:30 main stage. Ron Onesti's Little Italy Taylor Street Fest on the 18th of August. On the 19th, we're going to Mars in Lake Geneva, Lake Como. It's going to be great, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's going to be crazy. It's a crazy weekend because the next day, Sunday, the 20th, we'll be in Galena at the Forget About It Vineyard Winery with Ocean's Rat Pack and special guest Vince Amore, a tribute to Tony Bennett. It's going to be a crazy week. All right. So we got that underway. For all you Chicago Blackhawks fans, the loss of Rocky Wirtz died at the age of 70 years old. Rocky, man, took over. The son took over. When the father was alive with all the Blackhawks fans, they took him off television. Lost a lot of fans. Some people didn't. So you had to come to the stadium to watch the games. And that was his way of thinking. When the father passed and the son took over, Rocky took over, changed it all, put them back on television, changed their whole program, their whole outlook. They won a bunch of Stanley Cups. Very, very cool. And unfortunately, Rocky has passed away at the age of 70 years old and shook the Blackhawks. He's the heart and soul of the Chicago Blackhawks. So our prayers go out to the Wirtz family and to the Chicago Blackhawks, the loss of Rocky Wirtz, the age of 70 years old. Kevin Spacey charges dropped. All right, Kevin Spacey finally. I liked him as an actor too, man. A man that loves John Lennon. Well, who doesn't love John? Peace and love. Mars and Lake Como. Better get there early. Thank you, Dennis. His brother Paul was the original heir to the throne of the Blackhawks, but he turned it down. That's where Rocky got it. Well, thank you, Richard. That's something I did not know. I don't follow the Blackhawks that much. I'm more of a New York Rangers fan, but I met a lot of the great Blackhawks players. Bobby Hall, we lost. Stan Mikita. I got to do Keith Magnuson's memorial. Dennis Savard comes and sees me a lot. Esposito, of course. Bill White. There was some great players for the Chicago Blackhawks. And then Patrick Sharp and everybody there, folks. So it's gonna do something. The Blackhawks are rebuilding now anyway, so hopefully they'll have start to get seasons again. Will they win Stanley Cup again? I don't know. I don't know. But all right, so let's get to the NFL if we can. We had a couple things about the NFL, but I got to give it to this guy, John Torrentella. He is the coach for the Philadelphia Flyers, and I love a guy who stands for what he believes in. He's an American, and he said, if you do not stand for the national anthem, you will not play the rest of the game. I mean, it's getting so crazy with the national anthem, people standing up and not wanting to sit down during the game. Rocky changed everything for everyone. We saw Chicago hockey on TV. Yeah, yes, he did. He did bring that back to television. But it's the United States of America. You live in this country. You better stand up when the national anthem is played, whether you like it or not, or get out of this country. So kudos to John Torrentella, the coach for the Philadelphia Flyers for the NHL Hockey League. Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida in a car accident, and he was a little injured, and so was some of his team. I don't know much more detail about that. That was sent to me by my good buddy my good buddy Albert. Thank you, Albert. So we don't know any more details. I don't think it was that severe, or we would have heard something more about it. Governor Ron DeSantis got in a car accident with some of his team and his crew and his team. So stuff like that. Entertainment Weekly. 50 hours of community service. Peter Davidson, actor. He got in a crash, Beverly Hills car crash, folks. I don't know if he was drinking, whatever. I have never done community service. Has anybody done community service? I don't think anybody's going to actually admit it. But stand for the flag because many died so they could. Absolutely, Dennis. I never got community service. DUI, that's a different story. But I never got a community service. And these guys got 50 hours of community service. So from what I heard from people that I know that were on community service, you had to go down in the streets on the expressway and pick up garbage. There was a couple other things I'm sure you had to do. But anybody out there did community service? Because you are Peter Davidson and because you have a lot of money and you're a big Hollywood star, you get only 50 hours of community service with a slap on the wrist. That wouldn't happen if it was me or you two, folks. That would not happen if it was me or you. That's for sure. You see them everywhere by us on the side of the road. Yes, you see them, absolutely. You can do your community service at a non-for-profit organization. A good point there, Richard. Hunter Biden. I don't think Hunter got any community service. No, he did not. I don't think he got anything. That's another topic today. Chicago Prime Steakhouse. You know, I've mentioned it all the time because I work there every Friday. It'll be almost 6 years come this January that I work there every Friday. George and the crew over there do an incredible Josh, Miles, and everybody there, Ari. They've got a deal called the Millionaires Club. It's pretty cool. If you like steaks and you like Chicago Prime, it's a great atmosphere. They have music 6 nights a week. So what's cool about the Millionaires Club is here's how that works. They take $50 out of your credit card every month, and they match it 50. So you pay 50, you get 50. So you pay 50, you get 100 back. That $100 you can use, and there's points. Whether you're there once a month, you're there once a week, once you're there every 6 months. The points happen every month. You just keep gaining more and more and more points. And when you end up coming back in, all you end up having to pay is the tax and the tip. You know, I know guys have like 10,000 points. So Millionaires Club, anybody can sign you up for it if you come down to Chicago Prime Steakhouse. It's only available at Chicago Prime Steakhouse, not at Chicago Prime Italian, only the steakhouse. So it's pretty cool. And right now they got a special, folks. Receive 10% off any receive 10% off your bill just by checking in to Chicago Prime and tagging a friend. So if you don't come out, if you don't want to take the $50 on your credit card, you want to get 10% off your meal when you go out there, folks. Just like check in with Chicago Prime on social media, Steakhouse. Check in, say hi, or tag a friend about Chicago Prime Steakhouse, and it'll get you $10 off your bill. Chicago Prime Steakhouse is located in Schaumburg off of Algonquin Road, where you can see me every Friday night at 8 o'clock. Oh, boy. For you people out in Florida, especially Daytona, Florida, folks, a restaurant called Flaggers is closing its door due to live roaches. Restaurants. You always hear in the back, they're supposed to be clean. Are they clean? They try to be clean. There's so many restaurants that you hear. They're filthy, great on the front, horrible on the back. I mean, that's part of the job to try to make sure that they keep those kitchens clean and safe for their customers. So, they come in, health inspectors, man, you got to check that stuff out. And most of the places that I go to, these guys know how to take care of their restaurants. They know how to take care of their kitchens. They know how to do the best they can. Even though sometimes people are short staffed, they still, number one priority is making the customer happy, making sure the food is fresh, making sure everything is good. But this place here, live roaches, boy, whoo, in Florida, especially when it's hot. It can't be that great. All right. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Speaking about buy local and shop local, Armando's Supermarkets, one of the sponsors of the Columbus Day Tony Ocean Float. Thank you for that. Also, thank you, Deutsch, for becoming a sponsor for the Tony Ocean Float of the Columbus Day Parade in October. Armando's is in Elgin, 925 Liberty Street, Elgin, Illinois. Danny Mazzi, tell him Tony O sent you. And another sponsor to the not only for the Ocean's Pit Show, but the Columbus Day Tony Ocean Float is Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair. That's Michael and Gigi. For any collision auto repair needs, go to crashchampions.com. It's going to be nice because Danny will be on the float with us this year. Michael and Gigi will be on the float. They missed last year, and they were part of the sponsors. And that's going to be great. Sal will be on the float with us, our sponsors. Not only if you become sponsors and your logo is on the float, plus you'll be able to join us in the festivities of being on the float, getting some TV exposure, great some cocktails, great food at the Casa Italiana at the end of it all. Rano Nesti and the Italian American company organization do a great job putting that all together in October. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. How about some birthdays? No, wait. Before we do the birthdays, let's get to some dates coming up. August 2nd, next Wednesday, we'll be at Capri Osteria in the Hilton Hotel in Downers Grove. That's going to be a good time, me and Jerry Jams. On the 3rd, August 3rd, we'll be at Zaza's in Lake Barrington with Jeff Dubray. On Saturday, August 5th, we'll be going to Norton's in Highland Park with Jerry Jams. And a brand new place, August 9th, Wednesday, we're going to the Village Pub. Village Pub has been a place in North Riverside that people go to for many, many years. George, the new owner, took it over and having some live entertainment there. So I'll be there August 9th, Wednesday, along with my good pal Louis Pipes and Jerry Jams. That's Wednesday, August 9th, celebrating Dana's birthday party. It's going to be fun, open to the public. That's Village Pub in North Riverside, Wednesday, August 9th. And then don't forget St. Jude's Benefit, folks. Now, we do that every one, the new year, the one we do for Nick Sahajas and Phyllis. And we also do the one for Carl Doty in Melrose Park. The Melrose Park Civic Center will be their Ocean's Wrap Pack on the 17th of September. It's going to be a lot of fun. Nick Sahajas, Stephanie Lemonberger, Regina Karma. It's going to be Ocean's Wrap Pack, Diva Montel, I think, John Anthony. I think Mike and Tracy are joining us this year as well. We'll be excited to be there, folks. Plus that night also, that afternoon, I will be at Doc's in Wakanda with my new rock band, Ocean's Mojo's Jukebox. I'm excited to play with those guys, Mojo's Jukebox. All right, some birthdays, folks. No, Jerry will not be with us tonight. Tony Toto is with us tonight, Carol. Jerry Jams will be with us tomorrow night in Bartlett at Pasta Mia outside. Happy birthday to Gloria DeHaven, great movie actress of the time. Michael Richards, of the former Seinfeld actor, celebrating a birthday. How about Gallagher? Great comic when he was alive, fantastic, with the watermelon smash and everything. Leo Gallagher, his real name, Gallagher. Oh, you gotta love that. Linda Carter, 72 years old, the only Wonder Woman there is. Linda Carter, 72 years old. Artemis Pyle, one of the original drummers for the rock and roll southern band Leonard Skinner, 75 years old today. Bobby Sherman, Julie, 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 do you love me? Easy come and easy go. That's right. 70 years old. Yeah, after his music career ended, became a paramedic and a cop. So Bobby Sherman celebrating it. Mark Goddard, better known as Sergeant Chris Ballard from Lost in Space, celebrating the birthday today. I love that show. Walter Payton, Sweetness, Super Bowl 85 champ Walter Payton, of course, the great late Walter Payton. Did many parties for Walter. Great guy. Happy heavenly birthday up there. Irene Mojica in the city of Chicago. Irene, how you doing, honey? I hope you're doing well. Former DJ singer in the Chicagoland area. Vernon White, bass player for Earth, Wind, and Fire, celebrates a birthday, folks. Ruth Buzzy. Who doesn't remember Ruth Buzzy on the Dean Martin Celebrity Roast and laughing, hitting Artie Johnson all the time with her purse, playing the old lady with the bun in her hair. Ruth Buzzy celebrating a birthday. Our good friend Amber Lynn from Cousins in Roselle. Waitress, the bartender, Amber, happy birthday. And of course, Sir Michael Mick Jagger, 80 years old. Stop me up. All right. Bye. All right. Charlie's real good tonight. Right. Mick Jagger, 80 years old, looking great, still kicking in. You got to love it. Met Linda in Arizona. Nice lady. Absolutely. Oh, I'm sure she is. I never got a chance to meet Linda Carter. So, Dennis, good luck. That's great for you, pal. How about this? This could be something, we talked about the vaccination and all the people that either took it, the jab, as we call it on this show. Whether you took it, you didn't take it, whatever it was, and some of the side effects that people now are finally coming out to realize this jab was no good. But maybe something good could come out of this. According to Fox 32 News, breast cancer vaccine could eliminate the disease by 2030. Wouldn't that be just incredible if we can get rid of all these cancers? And if this vaccine that's coming out can help the breast cancer, women with breast cancer, eliminate this by 2030, will be an incredible thing for science and for the people in the world. So, wow, that would be really cool. Look into it more. Fox News, breast cancer vaccine could eliminate the disease by the year 2030. Would be fantastic news if that happens, folks. Another story, according to Fox News, of course, the great LeBron James' son, Boney James, suffered cardiac arrest at a young age, too, with basketball. I don't know, you hear a lot of side effects with these vaccines that happen, folks. And young kids. DeSantis in a motorcycle where the accident occurred, no one got injured. Okay, now I can report that someone got a little injured, so I got two different reports, but thank you so much there, Albert, for that. All right. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Let's get to another story from Fox. As we're saying how this crazy world is so screwed up, a 10-year-old boy, 10 years old. Do you imagine what you were doing when you were 10 years old? What were you doing when you were 10? You were out with your friends in the neighborhood. on your bike, playing games, playing little league ball, stick ball, playing whatever, fast pitching, throwing hoops, probably getting a little trouble. We all did. Maybe broke a window on accident. Whatever the hell you did at 10, you were still a kid. Look at this kid, 10 years old kid, was taken into custody Monday, ladies and gentlemen, for allegedly firing gunshots at the Chicago Police Department. And a police officer, he's 10 years old. I got the report in my emails. Thank you, Albert. I got a couple reports, too, that were sent to me from my buddy in Florida. So, a couple things. Tony Ocean Nets will be playing the Columbus Day Classic Bocce Ball Tournament August 7th, Casa Italiana in Stone Park. Oh, it's going to be great, folks. Danny Mazzi, Armando's Supermarkets and Elgin. Buy local, shop local. Back in town, Danny. We miss you, pal. Lock his parents up. Oh, yeah, we're going to be doing that in October. Play a little bocce ball tournament. The Oceanettes team is going to be very, very cool. Me and Danny and Joey Spins. Waiting on one other guy. Surprise is coming. Announcement coming soon. Should be very good. Richard, lock his parents up. Here's a kid at 10 years old. Where's the kid getting that gun at? But these days, they can probably get it from anywhere. And he's probably some punk in the neighborhood. An older guy probably his brother sells them, or he sells them. I don't know how they get these guns when 10 years old, or they're taking the one from their parents' house. Lock those guns up, folks. It's a 10-year-old boy. Every day, just one thing after another. I love this quote. Oh, you don't want that. You don't want that when your cigar falls and your dog comes by. You never know, he wants to end up chewing it. All right, folks, it's never too late to reinvent yourself. Think about this. I have to try, as entertainers, you have to try to reinvent yourself all the time. It's not an easy thing, but it's got to come out with something. Reinvent. I came up with this show. I joined another band. Put a whole new rap pack together. I got a rock band. I changed my band. You got to try to reinvent yourself all the time. But it's never too late to reinvent yourself. Falling in love could be at the age of 50 years old. You can't learn to dance at the age of 60 years old. Start a new life at the age of 70 years old. Stop saying you can't, ladies and gentlemen. You can. I gotta love it, man. Dreams don't have any expiration date. Always. Well, I should have done this. I could have done that. Well, wait till I retire. Get off. Erica in Venice, Florida. How you doing, my dear friend? Greg, I've not spoken to Greg in a while. I hope he's doing good. Greg Reaney, if you're out there, buddy, listening, I hope you're doing well. So thank you for asking, Erica. I hope you're doing well. Jill, how you doing, my friend from Indiana in the house? Yeah, it's never too late to reinvent yourself. I know so many people. I wish, well, maybe I should have done that. I can't do that. No, you gotta try. And remember the words with Colosio, Bronx Tale, the kid, and De Niro was his father, playing the bus driver, and said, "Son, the worst thing is wasted talent." You all got some sort of talent. I don't know what it is, but we all have something in us. Let's enjoy it. Embrace it. Don't be afraid. I can't. I'm going to do that when I retire. My father used to say that all the time. I'm going to do that when I retire. He died at the age of 58 years old. Tony, remember when you got reinvented in county jail the weekend in 1997? Yeah, I got reinvented, all right. That's a good one. Born again, as they would say. Danny Mazzy, what's up, my brother? Hope you're doing well. All right, so you know what's something I haven't tone? Wise words, get it done. Ronnie B. Ronnie, I think the first week in August, you got to make some time, buddy. Get ready to throw that worm out. Catch some fish in, baby. Ronnie always, him and Deborah always catch some great fish when they're showing pictures. I mean, they're not like little, they're big ones, baby. Got to do that, Ronnie. Hope you're doing well. That's Ronnie B. Elvis. Hey, guys, there's something I haven't done in a while. I know I haven't put it out there in a while, but you know what it's time for? It's what I used to be one of my favorites. It's time for That's Suspicious. That's right. That's Suspicious is coming back to Ocean's Pit. And what a way to start it off here, folks. That's Suspicious. Let's see. Tambourine Campbell. This is former President Obama, Barack Obama's personal chef. He drowned a couple days ago. Now, he might not have been a great swimmer, but from the seeing how he can swim, he wasn't a bad swimmer in a small pond in still water to swim a distance. If you watch that, was he drunk? Was he drugged? Was he murdered? That's the question of Mr. Campbell, the former chef of Barack Obama. What happened to him? That's suspicious. He drowned? There was a story also that Brian Jones, formerly of the Rolling Stones, was an incredible swimmer, and he died in the pool. Of course, Brian Jones was all drugged up. He was on a lot of drugs at the time, so that's probably why he swam. But for many years with the Brian Jones thing, they thought that someone killed him. This particular Mr. Campbell here, the former chef of Barack Obama, like I said, was he drunk? Was he drugged? Or was he murdered? That's the question that we have to say with That's Suspicious here at Ocean's Pit. And we're going to keep that moral because I know how much you guys used to love that. That's Suspicious. 8 feet of water. Thank you, Joanne. 8 feet of water. Okay, let's get it done when your weather conditions are right. Temperature. You got it, Donnie. Maybe he had a cardiac arrest. Maybe he took the jab. Who knows? I don't know. You can't tell. You're not there. I'm sure we'll find out. You know what? We won't find out because in that regime, nothing will be let out if it's not meant to be let out. He was paddle boarding. There you go. Thank you, Kathy. Come on. We lost another great American hero, folks. United States military, Marine Corps, and former Naperville fireman David Zebb died this past weekend. Our prayers go out, and thank you for fighting for our country. Crazy, 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 folks. Sears used to be the store when we were kids. You don't see too many of them around. They sold the headquarters that was in Schaumburg for many, many years to a company out of Dallas. But that Sears headquarters in the Hoffman Estates was there since 1992. And it is gone now. When you see those stores all gone, the old Sears, Stella, what's up, honey? So when you see those stores all gone, it's sad. Marshall Fields and Sears, it's just your whole childhood is all wiped away. Usually you can go back to a spot and see it. It'll bring back memories. That stuff is all gone. Marianne, I hope you're doing well, honey. Welcome to Ocean's Pit. ABC, according to ABC, this is an 83-year-old man, former reverend, was arrested for allegedly killing an 8-year-old girl back in 1975. She was on her way to Bible camp. The only thing I find weird about this is this reverend that killed a girl and not a little boy. He's 83. They finally caught up to him. This happened in 1975. That little girl will never come back. And now karma is a bitch because karma has no calendar. And now you got it. 83 years old. I hope you rot in jail for the rest of your life. Whatever life you have left. According to ABC, former reverend. Do you support Mel Gibson putting out this exposing a new documentary on the elite people and this Hollywood pedophile group that's going to be out there, that's been out there for a long time? Mel Gibson, actor, of course, said years ago that there was something going on with Hollywood, a cesspool, as he called it. Now, with the Songs of Freedom, the movie that came out that's going crazy with the billboard, and everybody's watching this movie, millions of dollars it made. The truth needs to come out on this pedophile situation, this sex trafficking stuff needs to come out. And Disney owned the rights to that movie and turned it down. Netflix turned it down. Mel Gibson. The question is, do you support it is one thing. The other question is, will this guy be alive long enough to make the film? Because once you announce something like that, but now maybe he did a good thing by announcing it. Now people will be watching. Now if something happens to him, they're going to wonder what happened to him because he's got a target on his head. That's right, Dennis. You're right. I think I had that written down. Cubs slaughtered the Chicago White Sox in the crosstown game, 7-3. Congratulations to the Chicago Cubs beating the Chicago White Sox 7-3. Close the border, Dennis. Absolutely. So I am support seeing that documentary when it comes out. This weekend in Chicago, hey, it's Pelogi Fest. Woo-hoo! Enjoy that stuff. According to the Daily Mail, everybody, a young chef at the age of 20 years old, was fired from her job for being on her cell phone doing her shift. Checking her cell phone, not being on her cell phone, just checking her cell phone. While being on the shift, the restaurant fired the girl at the age of 20 years old. Well, you know what they say, don't use your phone while you're working. Folks, if that was the case, you'd have to hire everybody from working from home. Because sometimes they're not at their desk the whole 8 hours. They're out doing something, walking, whatever they're doing. So this girl, as a chef at the age of 20 years old, gets fired from the restaurant because she was checking her phone. Well, maybe it was something important. Maybe it was something to do with a recipe or something. Maybe, it's just crazy. Patrice, I support Mel in the movie. Absolutely. But losing your job because you checked your phone while you were working? Half the people working from home would be fired if that was the case. I guess you're a chef, you're supposed to do your job, but you never know what they're doing. They never tell you what you're checking on that phone. Is it a recipe? Is it some emergency from home? Who knows? Interesting, folks. Really. New York Giants football coming soon. Saquon Barkley from the New York Giants. A 1-year deal, $11 million, folks. Looks like he's going to beat the franchise tag, and he's going to get a $2 million signing bonus. So they signed the running back. They signed the wide receiver. They signed the new quarterback. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the New York Giants in football. No establishment is the same. Albert, you're absolutely right. Some companies are a little bit more looser on the belt, as you would say. Some companies frown on that. Some companies are counting the numbers that every time you're hitting your computer, watching how many times you're on it. Some companies probably don't care. Some people, you didn't hit enough numbers or whatever. So, Ronnie B, again, we announced at the beginning of the show, Mama D is much better. She was in ICU. And all of a sudden, miraculously, she's out of ICU. But this morning she had some stomach pains, which are coming on and off. She's not eating a lot because, when you're in the ICU. They're giving her very little bits. I mean, she's eating, a couple times a day, but nothing big, nothing like that. But her stomach's hurting again. When Laura's on the show with me tomorrow, we'll give you some more details.
Can't find what I'm looking for.
People are asking about Mama D. She is out of ICU, right?
She's in the step down ICU.
She's now in the step down ICU, which is anything going down is a good sign. Laura will be on the show with us tomorrow, and she'll give us a little more update. But she is getting better. Thank you for everybody that's asking about that. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, folks. But just like you said, it depends on the job, Albert. Good point. Perhaps, with our President Joe Biden trying to get rid of the student loan for people who have student loans, outbalancing student loans, and trying to get that kiboshed so kids don't have to pay for it, which is an uproar because a lot of people are upset with that. But what about doing this? And this is a great quote. Perhaps maybe they should forgive medical debt, like to former cancer patients. How about doing that? I mean, let's put it this way, folks. Education is their choice. Cancer is not. So why don't they do that? You want to do something right, President Joe Biden? How about getting rid of the debt of medical for people that had cancer or any other medical procedures that people had, that serious medical procedures that cost a lot of money? Why don't you fold that? You don't have to pay it. You need a new kidney, whatever you need. Don't worry about it. You don't have to pay for it. Right? Education is a choice. You want to be a lawyer, you want to be something, you got to do 10 years of school, doctor, whatever. That's on you, man. Not everybody else. Take care of the medical debt. That's very, very important. People be paying that forever. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, folks. Hope you're having a great day today. Wildfire, Schaumburg, celebrating 20 years. Good food. Haven't been there in a while. If you've been there on Schaumburg, I think it's on Gulf Road there. Or not Gulf Road, I'm sorry. Maybe Schaumburg Road in Schaumburg. Thank you, Ronnie, and thank you, Deborah. Appreciate that, folks. Wildfire, celebrating 20 years. Hey, congratulations to the Green Bay Packers. They just acquired the Formation Company, the original company that made the Cheesehead hats, are now going to be made in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Keep it local, buy local, shop local, make it in the United States of America. Even though it's something as crazy as the Cheeseheads for the Green Bay Packer fans, it's still made in the U.S. and made in Wisconsin. So that's great news for Wisconsin and great news for Green Bay and great news for America. Absolutely. Got to get it done. Here's a question I'm going to have. I was going to reach out to my buddy Sal or my buddy Elliot. Elliot was a minister at one time. He plays Sammy Davis in the Oceans Rat Pack. My buddy Sal, too, very religious and stuff stuff that he's posting and stuff. But just get to one of the questions. I'd like to get one of them guys on and just talk about the whole religion thing and God and what people believe in, what they don't believe in, the stories. But here's a perfect example. When you close your eyes to death, it's either heaven or hell. People say you go to purgatory and get judged and then they're going to find out where to go. Some people say there is no purgatory. I like to find out, to talk to somebody who's a little bit more knowledge into that. And I don't know, it's closest knowledge you're going to get unless being there, you know what I mean? But I like the whole, do I believe God's coming back? Absolutely. With the crazy this world is going through right now. Look, guys, I'm not a preaching guy. All of a sudden, Tony Ocean's talking about God. I always talk about God. That He gave me what I have, my friends, my family, my health, my talent. That's because of God. Like I said, we don't have to pray. We don't have to believe in the same God, but we should be praying to somebody. So I'd love to see what's going today, to see about that, see if I can get somebody on to talk about that. First of all, it's hard enough to get somebody to talk about it, but I think maybe with Kim Peterson with you, I want to get somebody out there who might just talk like one-on-one, God's not happy right now. No, He is not, Jill. And how many warnings has He given us? How many warnings? He's going to say, this is it. I'm done with you guys. Anybody going to come on my team? Let's go. Everybody else, like they did with the flood. Congratulations to Garrett Marshall. Madison, Wisconsin, he won the Ernest Hemingway lookalike contest. I know they have one of those things every year, and all these men growing looking like Ernest Hemingway. That is so cool, man. Loved Ernest Hemingway. I'm not saying it's God help us. Yeah, we need his help. Absolutely. I was talking about the moon landing, folks, July 20th of 1969, when we did mention that on the show. I didn't realize, folks, there was 600 million people watched that on television. 600 million people tuned in. Like we did with the flood. You're absolutely right, Dennis. The town of North Riverside celebrating 100 years. Congratulations, North Riverside. 100 years celebrating. We're going to be in North Riverside August 9th at the Village Pub with Jerry Jams and Louis Pipes Wednesday, August 9th. It's going to be fun going over there. Former Chicago Bear Jim Harbaugh, who's been the coach now for Michigan football, to be suspended the first 4 games for the NCAA violation, the first 4 games in the season starting this year. He will be suspended the first 4 games. Former Chicago Bear quarterback Jim Harbaugh, of course, head coach of Michigan football, 4 games suspended. Okay, let's see what we got here. Kudos to this lady here. I always like when I end with something positive. Peggy Kamazak. She teaches swim lessons to babies and 6-month-olds. She teaches swimming classes. She's 102 years old, ladies and gentlemen. Kudos to that lady. I mean, that just makes me smile. She's 102. Forget about walking. She gets in the water and helping babies and 6-month-olds learn to swim, learn to get used to the water. You gotta love it. Isabella Drake, teacher in the house. What's up, my dear friend Isabella? Hope you're doing well. So kudos to Peggy Kamask, teaching 6-month-old and babies how to swim at the age of 102 years old. I think that's an incredible way to end the show today, folks. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, folks. It's a good one. I want to thank you all for watching. We do appreciate every time you guys join us, folks, and come up with some great stories and fun. We want to thank Ace Hardware. That's right. It's the place, Ace is. Norwich Displays, Evergreen Park in Warrenville. Buy local, shop local, folks. Ace Hardware's got some great deals, folks. Don't forget the $20 off to grill your ace off, folks. That's right. Get $20 off any grill purchase. Take advantage of the auto key programming in all stores. We program the car keys up to 50% less than the dealership. Download the Ace Rewards app. Easy way to keep track of your points, coupons, and special offers. That's Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Ace helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. I want to thank you all for watching the show today. Tonight, we'll be at Rosario's in Roselle. That's a 7:00 hit with Tony Toto. Tomorrow will be a Pasta Mia girls' night out. I guess they're selling jewelry and earrings and half-price wine. But we'll be outside on the patio, Double T, Jerry Jams. That's Pasta Mia in Bartlett tomorrow. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse with my man Rhino Ryan returning, having a little fun with me and Ryan on Friday. And Saturday, 2 nights, Saturday and Sunday, Ron Onesti's Club Arcada Speakeasy. On the Saturday, July 29th, this Saturday, we'll be there with the main event band. Tony Toto, Jerry Jams, Mike Restivo from Mojo's Jukebox, and Christian Knievel, the daughter of Robbie Knievel, the late Robbie Knievel, and the late, great Evel Knievel. That's Saturday for main event band. Sunday, we're back again there with Double T for Rat Pack Sunday, 4:00. Tickets to both shows, oshows.com. I want to thank you all for watching. Guys, remember, buy local, shop local. Go out and support local establishments and live entertainment. The great words of Sir Richard Starkey, better known as Ringo Starr. Peace and love. Peace and love to everybody, man. Reach out to a friend who needs it. And remember, don't be afraid to tell your friends, hey, I love you, when you talk to them, when you say goodbye to them, because you never know. It might be the last time you get a chance to. Thank you guys so much. God bless you all. Have a great day. Tomorrow, co-host Laura Ocean is back in the house. See you guys later. Have a great day. God bless you all. And Nick Sahajas, the piano man, take us out.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great day.